All right, dude. This is the breakout strategy, and basically, this is it. This is the what happens. This is based on this indicator that kind of sucks because, as you can see, I can't save any settings, so I have to. I don't use it that much anymore, but these are the settings for the indicator. I'll post it on Skype. So what we do is this is originally from this site right here. Right here. There it is. Billy T. That's where it originated from. Danny found it there here and you might have been there. I don't know. But see, they have. I think that's the break. These are the breakouts. These are the three. So I haven't really read this thing, but this is where Danny got the info from. So if you want to get some background, try reading this site. So going back to this, the way it works is we look to open on the candle at 10 o'clock, right? Broker time. And then at 10:15 we start taking trades. The 10 o'clock candle serves as the measure of the range. We take the high and the low, and and it creates this box, right? And the box is only 36 candles long. And then above these, you have your 5 pip take profit. Those are the green zones, and then the maroon or red are the another 5 pips. So you got 5 and 10, right? So basically, price opens up in here. Then if it crosses that, target is 5. But if it doesn't reach 5 and it comes down and hits this other zone, we double the lot size. We close it, of course, and open a new trade. We flip it. We double the lot size, and then we aim for 10 pips. Okay, and of course, if that doesn't reach us and we hit here, then we're out, and we lost two opportunities. Okay, so the normal. There's two versions, right? There's the normal one that I created a while ago, and what it does is it has several conditions. Oh, sorry, I meant to do this, not this. So it's have several conditions, that you can pick. We have test the ADR. I forgot why I put TP1. I think it has to do with on if the ADR. I don't know. In reality, what it is we're testing the percent ADR allowed, which is basically this is set to true. Then if the ADR for the day is no more than this, then we trade. Okay, that's one test. The other test is where you set the maximum box range. From 35 to 15 pips in this case. So this yellow box, can only be up to 35 pips or 50, or 50, the slowest is 15. And then you have these are conditions that Danny put in there. The triggers he's referring to are the edges right here. This is the upper trigger and the lower trigger. And there's always going to be a first trigger, the first one either that gets the price crosses, that's the first trigger, and that's the second one. So like I told you, don't worry about these, just leave them false for now. Yeah, because he was thinking of skipping the first trigger and doing working on the second trigger. That was Danny's thing. So like I told you on the Skype, don't set a stop loss. That's more like if you're testing or if you have a certain goal, right? because the stop loss is set by this zone. So this is it. That's your stop loss. That's your distance. Take profit either 5 or 10, right? So for the first trigger, we have it set to 5. And then when it gets into the second trigger, which is this one, this is where we have twice the TP1, which is that one, so it's 10 pips. And we have another test, a different test. And we have a stop loss if we want one. Again, don't set it to nothing. And the second trigger, we have it set to 10. And we got break even on that one, and trailing, and double the second lot, the lots, close the half of the lot when when you're going when you have it set to with these settings, and or remove the take profit after the second trade, right? All that stuff. I think you've seen that before. But now this is just the default, right? Let me load with Danny. This is originally what Danny had, right? So he had, the important ones were a maximum of a 20 stop. What that I forgot to tell you what that means is, if the range here is 20-25, his stop is going to be no more than 20. Okay, that's just what he wanted. But anyway, this is why it's so what do you call it? In my opinion, if you run these settings the way they are, well, no, not really, not this one. It's the other one. But again, these are critical. These are the ones. Maximum range is 20 and 13. That determines the size of this, right? Okay, and everything else is pretty much the same. Yeah, these are only different things. So that's the normal one. Now we started messing around, and I came up with this one. I narrowed the range from 12 to 8. Now with this range narrowed, you don't get many trades. That's what I saw. I probably gotten one trade in the last 3 weeks, or 2, right? And they were winners. So what I noticed was, I did have, like previously, I did have some losers where they were actually ping pong, first trigger, second trigger. But I noticed that at this level, at this max, I had no issues, right? I either broke even or I got a little bit of profit. This was on the losing side, right? And so I kind of eyeballed it. Not very good to do that, right? And I decided to create this setting and I changed the parameters. Oh, actually, this is not. Let me put the other one on. Let me open this one. This is the one that I changed the parameters, and I changed it to this setting right here. This is the key setting, and I set that to false, so I don't care. So this is the key setting. You notice it only has one input now, not max or min, just 12. So what does that mean? Every time the price hits one of these triggers, my stop loss my box is changed, and that's my stop. So let's say this is a 12 pip. I don't know if it is. Yeah, this box right here is a 12 pip range, right? So when the trading starts and it hit up here, I change the box to be this. So instead of the box being this long, now it's only 12.5. Okay. And I noticed that even if I lose, like in this case, I would have, check it out. The criteria, the take profit up here is 5. Okay, so you can see it would have been a winner, right? But let's say it didn't reach this level right here. Let's say it just fell down to this level. I still get 10 pips. I see that a lot. Whereas with the other Uh, the other way we were doing it, sometimes we would just see the thing ping pong and we lose both times. But when I eyeballed this going back, I saw a lot of these winners, and I saw even when it started flipping to the second trigger, I saw a lot of these continuations. Okay, and I ran it for like a week, I think, and they canceled my account. That's the demo, and it only lasts a month. But in that month, it had, like, I would average. It just kept winning. I didn't see any losers. It's really simple. And of course, if let's say this hit first, right? That'd be the first trigger, not this one. Then the EA would adjust the box to be this. Okay, so obviously right there's a winner, right? But let's say it hadn't. So that this would have been a case where, yeah, I would have. Yep. No. Yeah, I would have lost because it never got up there. Okay, so that does happen. If I would be using the regular preset, this would not qualify because it's only 9.3 pips, and the lowest was 13 or something, or 11. I forgot what it was. 13. Well, with mine, the trigger was right here, and my box was extended, right? And of course, look, it just hit profit right there. Here's another example. Here's the trigger was down there, and look, it just hit five. It hit five. Five. Another thing that on my preset, I changed the 5 to a 10. So I got 10 pips, and I got 12 at a loss, and of course the 10 would be up here. Here's the first trigger up here, right up here, and this box would be this long, and of course it hit take profit. I mean, hit take profit right there. Okay, so the first trigger was down here. Okay, this one would have been a loser. It would have been a loss. So it went down here, it went up, and it didn't go up high enough, and went down. That would have been a loss. And the first trigger's right there. That's a winner. Just shot up. Yeah, I didn't do this. I just kind of eyeballed it. But I'm just trying to illustrate what I do. There's the first trigger right there, and it just went up. You can also, if you can also set it to break even, and just let it run, and then like at the end of the day, or the start of near the new day, then you can just close out with this much pips. Of course the percentage depends on the lot size that you use, and so another winner, I think. So that's it in a nutshell. I mean, you just mess with it. For now, just concentrate on. if you're gonna use this one, that's my version modification. Let me put my. So I'm using this 0.05 per 500 lots per balance, and you can use. Danny uses percent the risk. You can use the risk to calculate the lot size. That's GMT, okay. And this is false, and that doesn't count. This is the critical one, and the stop is actually 10. It should be 10. I think I have it 10 on the server, and everything else is left. And of course, good old debug, leave it to true, just to keep for in case something happens. But I think we've been testing this pretty long, and I'm gonna start turning that off. Okay, alrighty. Give it a try. Let me know.